Good evening, everyone, and welcome to my live coaching group. Tonight, I'm going to talk about the 3 common mistakes candidates make at interview. So, hello, my name's Dawn, and I'm the founder of Your Interview Coach, a company set up in 2013 to predominantly help candidates through the recruitment process. So, helping them through to put CVs together, helping them with the interview process, and I'm going to share tonight the 3 common mistakes candidates tend to make at interview. And isn't it great to learn? Isn't it better to learn from other people's mistakes? So much easier. Watch them make mistakes and do something completely different. So let me just talk you through what the common mistakes are. So number 1 is not coming to the interview with specific examples. So this is kind of, all of these really have the theme of preparation, lack of preparation. And I'll tell you why in a minute. So number 2 is a 2-parter. So not thinking through the reasons for leaving and not thinking through the reasons for being attracted to the job and the company. And number 3, exaggerating on your CV. Now, we all like to exaggerate, don't we? We all like to big ourselves up when we're trying to get a job, but if you can't back it up, you're going to get caught out at interview, and that's one of the biggest mistakes. So let me talk you through number 1. Number 1, not coming to the interview with specific examples. This is actually a common mistake, and I'll tell you why candidates don't come with specific examples, because it takes time and effort to think of these examples. And they make the mistake of thinking they could turn up at an interview and suddenly the conversation will flow and they'll think of these wonderful examples. There's going to be a lot of pressure on you already in the interview. You don't want to increase the pressure by trying to think of examples on your feet. Think on your feet. Even confident candidates have to put a little bit of time and effort in to prepare for the interview. Now, I have a handout that looks at how you actually prepare a specific example, and the common process that tends to be used by interviewers, candidates to prepare is the STAR process. So send me an email if you're interested. It is going to be a document that you can download off of my website eventually, but I'm in the process of updating my website at the moment. But send me an email and I'll send you a lot more detail about the STAR process, because this is a process that is very easy to pick up, and it's an acronym. I'll talk you through it. It stands for Situation, Task, Action, Result. Now, most candidates will stick in the situation. They will tell the story and they'll go on and on and on about the story, but they'll forget to say the task and the action that they took and talk through the result. Now, go back and have a look at my video on achievements, because that will talk you through the kinds of things that employers are looking for today. And that is specific examples. So you will stand out from the crowd if you come in with specific examples. Now, how you can prepare some relevant examples, well, you'll have to look on the job advert, the job description, and look on the website. Get a feel of the company and see what kind of behavioural competencies would sit right with that company. Now, some of you will know that I've worked in an American company, and I also worked in a Japanese company. So you can imagine the culture is very, very different in those two organisations. Now, the behavioural competencies that they would tend to look for in the American company were dynamic, driven, career orientated, results orientated. So those were the kind of competencies you could be prepared for. And in the Japanese corporate bank, it was more about your quality, accuracy, and certainly honesty and commitment were big values for them. So if you're preparing for an interview, think about the culture and the fit. Number 2, this was a 2-parter. So this is a mistake candidates make. Not thinking through their reasons for leaving and not thinking through properly their reasons for joining. Now let's start with the reasons for leaving. Now, of course, you know why you are leaving a job, and it's those reasons haven't really changed. The general reasons for people leaving tend to be they want promotion, they want more money, and or they've fallen out with their boss or their colleagues. The relationship has fallen down. So it's one of those three things. It's normally they want more money or progression, and they have just lost interest in the job, perhaps. So those reasons tend to be the same. However, here's the danger if you don't prepare for that question. You will tend to talk about all the negative things why you're leaving. And that will just leave someone, the recruiter or the hiring manager, feeling a little bit negative. They'll think, that's how you make decisions. That's your motivators and demotivators. Because most recruiters aren't asking to find out some sinister reason why you're leaving. They're actually just genuinely interested in how you make decisions. And if you've had a few jobs, like myself, I started working in the 80s, so I've got a bit of career history, they'll want to see the general pattern of me making decisions. Was it a good career move? So they're asking for genuine reasons, but if you don't prepare for that question, the likelihood is you're just going to waffle on and talk about all the negatives. And also, people don't think about why they want to join a company. They just normally want to get out of the last one. And that's a problem, because recruiters and hiring managers are looking for highly motivated, enthusiastic, engaged individuals to join their teams and their organisations. That's one of the big things that comes out in research at the moment. People that are highly engaged and motivated tend to be the ones that are highly productive. They're the talent managers want. And people that are motivated and engaged and enthusiastic are easier to manage. You don't need to micromanage those people. They want a career. So they will be the ones that they're looking for. So if that doesn't come out in the interview, when a manager says, okay, why are you interested in this job and why do you want to work for this company, and you just say the usual stock answer, oh, I want a new challenge, or just want to get out of my old job, it's just not going to work in today's market. Employers want to hear the enthusiasm, and if you don't do your preparation and research beforehand, then that might mean they offer someone else, or you don't get through to second stage because the motivation just isn't coming out. They need to feel that motivation. They need to understand that you're genuinely interested in this role and this company. So don't get out the stock answers. I want a new challenge, or it's a global company, you've got a good reputation. Think about how you sit right with that company. Your values match and align with the things that they're trying to achieve, and how you can help them to achieve that, and how you want to help them get to the next step. And the last one was exaggerating on your CV. I actually talked about this when I talked about putting your CV together. If you can't back up all the things, every single word that you put on a CV, if you cannot back it up with an example. So, for example, I told you last time of an occasion where I was sitting next to someone and I said, would you call yourself analytical? He said, no, I don't call myself analytical. I found that word on someone else's CV and I've put it on mine. Well, that's going to catch you out, because some clever recruiter or HR manager is going to go, give me an example of where you're analytical. This is a requirement for the job. We've chosen you for interview because of your analytical skills. So everything you put on your CV needs to be backed up. I also gave you an example of the lady that said she had advanced Excel skills. She could do pivot tables and VLOOKUPs. And it turned out she couldn't do either. And it was really quite embarrassing in the interview. I had to walk her all the way back down, I think it was the 4th floor. We were on 5th floor, 4th floor. It's a long way. It was a long way back to reception. And it was really awkward. It was awkward for her, it was awkward for me. So only exaggerate on your CV if you are absolutely confident you can back up everything that you say. So they're the 3 common mistakes people make. They don't come with his specific examples, so those behavioural competencies, and send me an email. I'll send you the STAR process and a lot more information about it, a handy booklet to talk you through how to think of examples. They don't think through their reasons for leaving. You know your reasons for leaving, but they don't think it through so it flows positively at the interview. They don't think about their genuine fit, motivational fit, cultural fit, to the job and the organisation, and they exaggerate on their CV. So there's a few tips for you today. If you have any questions, as always, please email me on dawn@yourinterviewcoach.co.uk, and I look forward to hearing from you next week.